Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra Unit 8.4 Introduction. Today we're going to be talking about solving quadratic equations in factored form. So let's do this as a quick warm-up. Solve each of the following equations for the given variable. Now, when we solve, we follow the rules of STADMAP. Those are the reverse order of operations. So if I have subtraction, the way to cancel subtraction is to add 5 to both sides, and we get that x equals 5. For number 2, I want to get the w by itself. So to get the w by itself, I would divide both sides by 2. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So we've got that x equals 5, that w equals 0, and then the last one, once again, we have to follow SADMAP. So I'm going to cancel addition or subtraction first. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. We get 3n equals 2. And then to get the n by itself, I would divide both sides by 3. And we get the fraction n equals 2/3. Okay, so a very quick review of solving. We should be good. Now, when solving quadratic equations in factored form, we set each linear factor equal to 0 and solve. Remember that linear means that it has to have a variable, okay? And the variable has a exponent, so an exponent of 1. All right, so we normally don't write that 1 in there, but anything that has a variable, we set equal to 0. So for number 4, there's only one answer because there's only one variable. I would set that x plus 3 equal to 0, and then we would solve. Well, solving's easy. We would just subtract 3 to both sides, and we get our answer of x equals -3. Now 5, I have two variables. I have the y and y minus 9. So I would set everything with a variable equal to 0. So y equals 0, boom, that's an answer. And then y minus 9 equals 0. Well, the y minus 9 I actually have to solve. So I'm going to add 9 to both sides. And we get that y equals 9. So for 5, I have two answers of 0 and 9. When we have multiple answers, we always put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, for number 6, I have two variables, and I'm going to set each one of them equal to 0. So the 2m minus 3 equal to 0, the m minus 8 equal to 0, and then I have to solve them both. Okay, so for number 6, I would add 3 to both sides, 2m equals 3, and then I would divide by 2, and m equals 3/2. On the right side, all I have to do is add 8 to both sides, and we get that m equals 8. So my final answer is m equals 3/2 and 8. Okay, so for number 7, I've got two variables right there. And we're just going to go ahead and set everything with the variable equal to 0. So n plus 3 equals 0, and 5n minus 1 equal to 0. some of these you should be able to do fairly quickly. Like for number 7, I know that I have to subtract 3 to both sides, and I know that 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And you can write it like that. For my 5 and minus 1 equals 0, I know that I have to add 1 to both sides and then divide by 5. It is okay to show your work like that. The only thing that I am not doing is I am not showing what I normally write in red. Okay, the parts that I'm writing as red is, oh, subtract 3 to both sides. Add 1, divide by 5. That's what I'm not showing. Okay, it's okay not to show that. Okay, so for number 8, I have 2 variables that are linear. Y minus 10 equals 0, W plus 7 equal to 0. Well, how would I solve those? Well, the first one I would add 10 to both sides, so we get W equals 10. On the right side, I would subtract 7, so W equals negative 7. And we would write our final answer as negative 7 and positive 10. Number 9, how many variables? Good, just one. Okay, I can only set the variable term, the linear factor, equal to 0. Okay, and then when we add 7 to both sides, we get that k equals 7. Okay, look for your variables. We have 2 of them. So 2x minus 3 equals 0. X minus 6 equals 0. Why don't you guys go ahead and pause the video and see if you can solve both of those on your own. Good luck. Okay, and you should have gotten 3 over 2 and 6 as your answers. All right, number 11. Go ahead, pause the video and see if you can get both answers. Good luck. Just remember, it's okay to have a fraction as your answer, okay? We get to subtract 2, divide by 5, and then add 1, divide by 2. So we get negative 2/5 and 1/2. Okay, and then number 12 and number 13, you are all on your own, okay? Just look to see how many linear terms you have and then set them equal to 0, okay? Go ahead and pause the video and good luck. Okay, so we get k equals negative 5 over 2 and 0, and then 13 was w equals negative 3/4 and 1/2. Now, if you have any questions or you need any extra help, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra Unit 8.4 Introduction. Thanks for watching.